hello, all my beautiful people out there, and welcome back to more BTS America's 4 Action. This is KotLGuy bringing you the hot news, and I'm going to be joined once again remotely by the one and only Blaze. Blaze, the news today just continues to get better and better as we learn more details about all sorts of shuffling and drama. How can we stay sane and appreciate the American Dota that is before us?
Well, take it for what it is, man. It is the North American South American clash. Just go full nationalism on this stuff, man. Take it to the World Series. Like this is the World Series of the internet world. This is Shazam versus Not Today. This is the BTS Americas. And the more hype you get, the better the games are going to be, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Give them your energy.
Oh yeah, $10,000, people, of cash money in prize pool up for grabs right here. Not Today, a frequent BTS Americas. Shazam, I can't remember if they were in the last one or not. I want to say they were not.
I think they were.
They were? Let me see. I actually have it right here. Shazam were in it. Yes.
So they got the middle field.
Yeah, but they did also drop out in the first round. So Shazam are on the comeback here. They're looking to make it out of round 1 of BTS Americas, while teams like Not Today, who apparently did not even participate in the last one. So it is what it is. We know them, though. We've been around the block, and look at this. Finally, this is the first time I will personally get to cast a Earth Spirit in a BTS Americas matchup. So I'm looking forward to it, and it is Shazam will pick it up. And this presents some interesting things here, Blaze, because MSS has been their Earth Spirit player. So I'm curious if they're going to try to pull out a Weehaw kind of a thing and maybe throw it in the mid lane, if they're going to change it up and put MSS on it in the 4 position for this game, or if like SVG is going to be playing in. I'm curious to see what road they're going to be going down. It could depend on how the draft does pan out, of course.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to kind of wait and see, but I think support is still kind of the more preferable thing. That roaming potential is just so strong, and I definitely think that you can create a lot of value with it. Just building up your lanes. It's not the hardest gank execution, and I think it can prove to be very effective.
Let's see now. Picks moving forward. Shazam are feeling pretty good about the Brax Darkseer. I mean, last game, because they had that Vengeful Spirit who kind of had to nurse the mid lane a bit, he was in a 1v2 kind of situation, which is Darkseer is not too not too worried about. So he's going to be happy to kind of go into that embarkment. We'll see if he's going to get the same treatment here. Lion is okay at kind of handling a Darkseer, but doesn't have the real stopping potential. It can be a bit slipperier to kind of catch out him with the Earth Spike, but they have Tidehunter to represent their off lane and can be the big teamfight potential there. I wonder if we're going to see any possible Enigma come out to maybe follow up and offer even crazier teamfight on top of it, but we will not be seeing the MSS Invoker once again, as now it's been banned by Not Today.
Yeah. Not sure if it's a consideration right now for Shazam, but I would love to see a Rubik here up against heroes like Lion and Tidehunter. I mean, just stealing even a basic Earth Spike can be extremely effective, but obviously the big bounty and the Ravage. You've got a Earth Spirit Silence and Earth Spirit Stun that can hopefully help set up the spell steal right when that spell comes out, and if you can get even one Ravage in a game, it can definitely be worth it. So I would say that that's a high value pickup here. Unfortunately, Rubik does have a little bit of a low base damage, a little base movement speed, which gives trouble in zoning out the Tide. If your Earth Spirit is roaming, is dual laning with the Darkseer and go over the Iron Chill roll bowling, then rolling boulder, then I feel like the Rubik is going to struggle a little bit solo zoning the Tide, unless you have like a Clinks as your safe lane carry.
Yeah, no, I certainly agree. Unless they're going to be doing the possible script flipping and throw Earth Spirit to the mid lane, there still could be wiggle room for something like a Rubik to creep in. And it has been surprising, even during Shanghai, when you're seeing the first pickup Tide and the follow-up Enigma, teams were almost felt like avoiding the Rubik, and it might have been for the reasons you're talking about, his drawbacks, his what can be kind of underwhelming laning phase, but we'll have to see if Shazam are going to be able to have an opportunity to consider it or not. Not today, though. They fall back again, and they're going to be picking up the Vengeful Spirit here. Has been very good at bailing out a lot of their cores in a time in need, but did force Jericho to kind of hand over his life time and time again, including the swap back, die, buy back, swap back, die again. And, well, at least he's giving everyone a little bit less damage, so he's contributing,
Yeah, I mean, he definitely brings his contributions. I just think it's a little weird to bring in these two supports so early when there doesn't seem to be that much need for it. Like, the Venge can definitely bring a lot in terms of, like, the hard, consistent push and go for, like, early tempo plays with some good early damage dealers, high base damage heroes. and just push down towers. But Tidehunter isn't really oriented around that. He really wants to go for the mid game. He wants to fight around his cooldowns. And I feel like Venge is a very like short cooldown, continuous push, high physical damage hero, and Tide is all the other things. I don't know.
Now, an OD does come out for Shazam. This gives the impression that they will be running this Earth Spirit in a traditional support kind of position. Yeah, there's always a potential for an OD safe lane, but it's seeming more like possibly SVG could be taking it here, being their typical 4-position player. I mean, he used to play a ridiculous amount of Tusk when he was playing on Cloud9 for a while, so he's used to kind of that, the same profile where you're drawing attention towards the mid lane, poking him a bit, and getting first blood, and maybe some big saves. Haven't seen this in quite a while, but Viper coming out for Not Today. He is one of the big mid lane heavy hitters that could contest something like an OD or a Razor. But how come, Blaze, we don't see more Viper more often when we see plenty of OD coming out?
I would just people are looking beyond just a lane matchup. People are saying, okay, well, what does this hero actually bring to our team lineup as a whole? And people are realizing that in general, Viper falls short. This hero can do amazing things in the laning phase, can do some pretty good, just like hard push with an early mechanism or something. But in general, he's not the quick damage dealing that you've been seeing from a lot of other heroes. There are so many other mid heroes that have gotten buffed patch after patch, getting pure damage on ultimates, getting just improved damage in general. And Viper's not one of them. He still has kind of has the same damage. He's been affected by power creep quite a bit, and just in general doesn't stand up to their expectations of a mid these days. So you're much more likely to see the end heroes, but when you think that the matchup is key and you have to just shut down the OD in the lane, then I think the Viper definitely brings a lot.
Would be nervous though. Viper doesn't really have a big escape mechanism. It is pretty damn slow as it is, and if you do have an Earth Spirit who's kind of annoying you a bit in the mid lane, and if he's caught out of position with a big rolling boulder, it can be trouble. But we know Viper to be an annoying hero to bring down as it is. But where I've seen other teams kind of fill their mid laner with like a Puck who could be much more elusive and avoid the trouble, Viper I don't see kind of being able to do that. So we'll have to see though how it pans out for him. Back to Shazam. We'll wager a secondary support still needs to come for them, and possibly their one position here. Could it be a safe bet for them to, now that they have the Earth Spirit and an OD to kind of take control of the mid lane, do you give TC another just high farming kind of hero where you can kind of play the slow game with, similar like the Spectre game, or do you change up the tempo a bit in game number 2?
And you can do a lot of different things with it, honestly, right here. I actually disconnected, but I think Sven's still in the pool, and I think Sven could be really good. You're not as affected by Anchor Smash when you have God Strength up.
Sven was actually banned most recently from Not Today, so it was just banned out.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's a really good pickup in this case. You got the Darkseer Vacuum, you don't have to worry about this hide, and it does give that farming potential you were talking about for TC.
Remaining.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what the Fall Black plan could be for TC instead. I mean, I suppose Spectre is still out there, but it doesn't really benefit as much as she probably would have in the last game here. So still banking on other possible core grabs that Not Today are going to have to eliminate from the playing field here. Morphling, another potential late game farmer who does require a bit of a build-up, but can be a real big problem in the late game here, especially if Not Today are also going to be considering contesting him. We don't know Viper to really take it down into the late game a bit, so this could be a very almost mirror match kind of style. And now with Sven out, now with Morphling out, I wager Shazam also could be potentially getting rid of a big core hero here.
5 seconds
I feel like we're going pretty dry on the possible options unless we're doing a bit of a throwback, Blaze. Grabbing like a, AM maybe, or Clinks.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty interesting pickup.
Spectre will go though. Okay.
Radiant team.
Yeah,
pick.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. You still get all the same value that you did previously out of the hero. Yeah, like the Clink sounds nice because he can win the lane against the Tidehunter, but I feel like you have to look a little bit deeper and realize that he's not going to really get much with their kind of AoE combo. The Earth Spirit, Darkseer, it's a lot of setup, and a hero like Spectre can benefit from that a lot more than the Clinks.
10 seconds remaining.
No, we'll have to see then. Not Today. Have a great
5
setup with the
seconds
Tidehunter
remaining.
burst to follow up with Lion. A good safety net with your Vengeful Spirit to bail you out in the need of
Reserve
trouble.
time.
They are going to be going with the anti-mage here on
Dire
Not
team
Today.
pick.
You know, very good obviously on paper against something like the OD, but we'll have to really rely on a safe early mid-game period before he's actually come online and ready to play. Ball's in Shazam's court now, though. You get to see the full spread for Not Today, and you're left with 15 seconds reserve time. What is your best option now?
That's tough.
It's tough. Like Medusa. No, Medusa's not going to see any main, but can be in a good man fight. But Drow? Is it a Drow kind of lineup? We have Disruptor and OD. Lycanthrope is going to be the choice. All right. What do you think, Blaze, now that we have the draft completely concluded here? Do you think Shazam have the potential to close this out 2-0 and make it an early night for us, or will Not Today be able to fly beneath the wings of an AM and a Viper to be able to, get it to a Game 3 series?
I mean, I definitely have the right lineup in terms of like tempo synchronization. Obviously, the Tide is a little bit more mid to late game, but in general, they have a lot of early game potential. The Tide gives them the ability to take just one big fight, and then the Lycan, the Venge, you're pushing hard, you're pushing fast. I like the Disruptor with it too, because Glimpse can actually aid in pushing and sieging in a lot of ways just by taking one hero out of the defensive. I think that in general, I would obviously give a lot to Not Today for the early game, but that Shazam, if they're able to hold it, if they're able to counter push it out, should still be favored as the game goes on. But unfortunately, I guess I'm going to have to go radio silent for a little bit here, as I have some weird technical issues that I have to
take your time, man. Get it settled in. We'll begin now as game number 2, about to get fired away here for BTS America's 4, Shazam versus Not Today, to close out round number 1. From here on out, we work into the second round, and next thing you know, we're going to be working through the semifinals, and we'll have a winner to walk away with the big $3,000 first place prize. But early game, early game, the Mott spreading my way apparently. Brax here had the wards, but was not able to make it into the woods to plant them down. We'll have to settle for a backup bit of vision when he goes to the high ground near the Roche pit to at least get some rune vision for his team, but it's not the ideal bit of vision where he can see if any trouble is going to be coming his way. We'll have to see if Not Today are going to have to bank on some help in the mid lane, and you would think so. I mean, you're going against this Earth Spirit. Hell, Savage is already in this mid lane preparing himself. He made that early commitment for the Rolling Boulder, and, maybe he can catch an early courier coming through here. But look at this. This is nice. Not Today are one step ahead, and they are going to make the courier go the long road here. When you go up against enough ODs and they kind of have the same patterns here, it's an easy thing to look out for, but Not Today know there's a lot missing off the map. In fact, Jericho is going to be able to spot out Savage right here, and it will be a bit of a 2v2 towards the mid lane. The timing is going to be off for the Rolling Boulder to be set up on the Astral, and that will be a bit unfortunate. I've seen many games where your Earth Spirit does miss an opportunity or two, and the next thing you know, they are just a non-factor until they're able to kind of bull rush their way towards a level 6 and hope to make their first big magnetize be potential, or be big potential. So in the meantime, we'll touch base here in the top lane. Abuser played the puck in the last game. Number was caught out in that unfortunate orb jump. This time, though, doesn't need to worry about any crazy jumps. He's the Tide Hunter, so he's going to be able to soak up a lot of the damage. He's sporting up 6 tangos and even a salve to kind of, get the best out of the lane without having to be bullied out so easily here. Brax, though, is going to be the one who has the tough task now. It looks like rotation, bottom lane. Savage making a move, looking to go for the Lion right here. A right click there, eats a Fairy Fire. Ion Shell needs more. We'll be able to get the first blood. Savage is going to be fine, able to walk away from the trouble. And it is going to be Shazam who will strike first. First blood will be picked up by Brax, too. So very generous for him to be able to make a bit of a comeback play here. And we saw how successful Brax was in the previous game. We'll continue that trend a bit. This is nice. Savage can just head back to base. He's happy to just kind of stay off the map, off the radar, and that makes it for a bit of surprise wherever he may show up. And he has good options here. We know Viper, who I already said in the draft, doesn't have very many ways to get away from trouble. Tide Hunter as well, until he gets his Ravage. If he goes a bit too far forward, could be caught out, but it does appear that mid lane could be the next potential target here. So there's the Astral. He's looking to line up the roll. Times it. There's the roll, and it does end up missing. This time it's going to be a bit late. Do they still have the firepower to take him down? No, they do not. The Fairy Fire will be there. He follows it up with a salve. Oh, man, Savage barely able to make it away with his life. And that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just, you'd think that'd be easy to land, but sometimes the Rolling Boulder, especially from a long distance, is very, very tricky here. Oh, how fortunate for MSS. A haste rune for him. He'll be able to snag it up, and he avoids trouble. And Leo style. Not going to be happy about that one. The Ice Frog above has been blessed. Blessed up the MSS here for this one. It looks like Savage will be denying himself to the jungle camp to make it back, but that is another missed opportunity to go for the Viper, and then the Viper misses an opportunity to get at least something for himself, but the Haste Rune says nay. I'm a bottom lane now. We'll go back, and this is your CS King at the moment. Mr. HY, if you will. He's got his anti-mage here at about 19 and 9 CS, but nipping at his heels up here in the top lane, TC rather, in his Lycanthrope. We already know the benefit of being able to have the Wolves. He's gone with the 2-1-1 buildup already. He can be able to get some easy CS for himself. Here comes Jason around the corner. He's been clearing up quite a bit. They're doing their best to chew through all of Tidehunter's health regen. Still has a salve to be able to fall back on here. But now it's Jericho making his move, trying to get Jason, man. He hits him hard with the magic missile. And even a level 2 Vengeful Spirit able to do quick work of the Disruptor. Does put Not Today on the board, and they will even things up 1-1. And now Savage, who is waiting out 4-minute rune, is going to be an Arcane. Saves it for Brax. With this rune, he can now dish out easily 3 Ion Shells at once. And won't even have to bat an eye at how much mana it's going to be costing him. But they are looking for a setup, and we know... Oh my god, Ion Shell plus Earth Spirit is just absolutely chaotic. Now, to the benefit of Not Today, they have this AM who's able to blink away from the trouble, but had they been able to catch like the Lion or pretty much anyone else, that could just do so much quick and easy work. Does he have the Orb of Venom? He does. So the slow with the slow of the Rolling Boulder plus the Ion Shell damage, it's already level 2. It is just really, really scary, and we could see the AM posture up a bit more of a defensive stance. Mid lane, MSS getting poked at a bit here from the Viper. Does force out the Astral, but he's looking to go toe-to-toe, and that's a glimpse in the making here. He turns back a bit. Can he get the range? The glimpse only level 1. It's only level 1. He actually went with a 1-1-1 build-up. Yeah, it's been done a lot. It adds a, a versatility set, and you do have the mana when you have a shit ton of mana to be able to cast all 3, but there's also plenty of times I've seen more favor in the glimpse, so opportunities like that can exist. What is that now? The 3rd strike on the mid lane, trying to get that Viper down, and it will be another swing and a miss. Jericho making a move for TC here. They know he's alone. Man, the range, they get it with the magic missile. Follow-up Anchor Smash. They can try to body block here, and it actually allows Jericho to get an extra auto attack. Oh, Fairy Fire right as the Anchor Smash does come out. TC will be fine. This is just a game of so many close opportunities and them able to get away in just the nick of time. Alright, looks like Savage has been able to get to level 3. He goes with the 2 points into the stun, which is always pretty much necessary. You want to get off as much burst damage as possible, and Earth Spirit doesn't really have the craziest mana pool to work with here. Just over 300, and the pull does cost 100. You're going to lose 1/3 of your full mana bar just doing the silence. This early on, you can't afford that. Roll is a miss! Savage not going to be able to get the catch there for Lion, but they got him with the kinetic field. They got him with a boulder smash. 2-man stun, though, does come out from the Lion, but the glimpse is going to be there. They make him sweat for it a bit, but it's a 3-on-1 at the end of the day, and one that AM will not help with. So that is going to be an easy support takedown, and finally we'll see another kill. This one goes to Shazam 2-1. Back to mid laner action here. Last time this happened, Viper was tricked a bit and nearly caught out from the Disruptor. Disruptor, though, needs to get that freaking level 4, man. Get that glimpse leveled up. How about TC? Well, looks like TC has stepped away from the lane. He's about to finish out his Vlad, so once he gets the life leech together, jungling is a much easier option. And then he can hand the lane over to someone like Savage, let's say, so his Earth Spirit can get to that level 6. Magnetize is still very huge in this game. It's not going to be super effective against someone like AM. In fact, AM will probably look to have Earth Spirit's number. Earth Spirit can easily deplete his mana pool in just a blink of an eye. But for everyone else, this Lion, this Vengeful Spirit, it's going to be hard for them to kind of avoid trouble, which is happening actually mid lane. Viper, this time they'll finally get him. It takes 4 of them to do it, even a full shapeshift coming out, but here is the possible response. Abuser trying to walk his way in, but there is not going to be a Ravage for you. There is not going to be a swap there either, as she is only level 4. And the counter rotation is going to leave Not Today a bit dry at the mouth. And for Brax, he's been pretty quiet this game as far as getting involved in so much action, but that's fine. He's a Darkseer, for God's sakes. He's about to be level 6, and it looks like he's going for a bit of a mirror match from what we had in the last game here. So, great vacuum potential. We saw it from EG at Shanghai Major, I believe, even a similar lineup where they had the vacuum into a boulder smash and a lined up easy silence set. Everyone's going to get magnetized. I mean, the thing with magnetized is the AoE is pretty damn small here. I can't look at it now because he's not level 6 yet, and I can't highlight it, but it's small. You have to be hugging him. And vacuum allows him to be able to get it off on more people. Oh, look at this. Whoa, Magic Missile was on a creep. That's not what you want to happen here. Jericho going to be coming up a bit short on trying to get the grab onto Earth Spirit, who is a hard enough target to gank as it is. And all in the meanwhile here, it looks like Outward Devour will go down in the mid lane. Sorry about that one. Viper does make his move up to the high ground. It looks like Disruptor might have been a bit too late in helping him out. And Viper was able to get it done, and really has not a lot in his inventory to show for it. I mean, he's got the levels for already his poison attack in Corrosive Skin, but was able to just kind of orb walk down this Disruptor, I suppose. I didn't really see at the time, and see he had an Astral to help out, but Viper guy got right in when necessary.
Dire's bottom
Jericho
tower
continues to
is
wait in that
under
top
attack.
lane. They're hoping to get a grab on this Earth Spirit. They know he's just here only for his level 6. And it looks like he's going to get it here. This creep should hand it over. He's got it now. And he's got 6 stones to work with. He doesn't have mana, however. But he's got Arcane Boots. If he can make that side jump, he wants to go to that side jump. He's like, it's not happening. I see trouble. I roll away. I'll walk back. I'll walk to the side shop, whatever. Oh, he has the courier nearby. He can send the courier there. Get the Arcane Boots, and then you're going to see the first rotation and team fight for him to be able to move in and get that magnetize going. There's the energy booster on the way, and it is time for Shazam to make it work. Mid lane, though, they're already pulling the trigger here, looking to go for the Viper set with the Astral, and now the right click, the kinetic field, lock him down. He is tanky, though, and now comes in Savage, but he does not have a lot of mana. Even after popping the Arcane Boots, it's not quite enough to really commit in the role, the magnetize, and Shazam in a bit of a disarray are not going to be able to move forward with that gank opportunity. And man, not today's Leo-style Viper here. It's proven to be a very slippery target and very resilient. Even just with the Aquila and the power treads, he is very hard to break through that Corrosive Skin. But here is going to be the second attempt from Shazam, looking to go at this mid lane. Savage will be spotted out. No swap again here, still just level 5. Kick, Stone, will actually catch both. Magnetize, pulled through with the silence. Oh, could have got both of them there, but we'll just take the one. But actually, of course, Magnetize is a ridiculous ability because he got the silence on the line while he's magnetized. The silence jumped to the Vengeful Spirit, so he didn't even have to land the stone on him. So, sorry, that is nerdy Spirit stuff, I guess. He makes his business back at mid lane, and he's happy. His magnetize will lead to a kill. But yeah, this Viper though still can be a bit of a problem here, and you can bet your sweet Bippy here that TC feels like the game could be a little heavy on his shoulders a bit. Has a quota to meet on his Lycan, looking to go for the medallion, which means he's going for the Roshan future here. Mid lane, a roll in from Savage, and will lead to a Viper kill. Even if Savage does go down, which looks like will happen, it is a worthy trade. But Jericho might be handing over his own life. MSS happy to walk in, but he does get stunned up and then hexed. Brax needs to be there to help out. Vacuum back will not catch the Vengeful Spirit, and they will not be able to get the response. MSS going a bit far forward. Jericho wants it. They drop the wall, and it will get the kill. Jericho's illusion kills him. Oh, he wanted that kill so bad. He wanted to get the redemption there for the Viper, but it was not happening.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And AM will continue his farm up right now. He is still neck and neck with TC even after this whole time. 94 to TC's 90, but that's only because TC took a bit of a break from the laning stage to go into the Roche pit. And, well, grab this Aegis. It does not look like anyone's going to be able to be nearby to scout it out or contest it. They don't have really that benefit of some good map vision. It was not like they were able to grab up an Evoker for the team or even the Beastmaster.
Roshan has fallen.
That will allow Shazam to quickly grab up the extra life, and they're going to take this momentum and go into a smoke gank here. They have you know, this Earth Spirit, who is in a big peaking window with this Magnetized to continue to be their frontliner and make setups. If he gets this silence here, they have Static Storm. That's an easy kill. There it is. They even got to stack the silence for it, but if they can burst him down, which they will, that is justified. And walking forward here, Jason with a level 4 glimpse, maybe hoping to get a secondary follow-up, but the team is not really fully committed. It looks like they'll wager that back at the bottom lane they can easily secure this tier 1 for themselves and then find a fight elsewhere. They have time to use this Aegis. They don't have to commit right away. But they got one of the biggest kills you could ask for. That convenient timing for them just shows the lack of vision on the map right now for Not Today. And it's not like there's a gem for Shazam,
Radiant's bottom tower
but
is
there is
under
just
attack.
no vision right now. In the dark for their own woods, so Shazam totally can control the map. And now mid lane, Not Today are, I was going to say gathering up a bit. I mean, we have yet to even see a Ravage come out here from Abuser. The opportunity just has not been there. It's been Shazam pushing the pace, and they continue to do it here in the mid lane. They're making another move for the Viper. This time Jericho will be able to get the swap off and save his buddy. Now they make the move for MSS. They time it out. There's the Ravage we've been waiting for. A big jump in and a big debut of the Blink Dagger. Catches 4. They got the burst to take down the Disruptor, but still fighting forward is Shazam. Savage, big roll in, big magnetize, and this will lead to a cleanup for Shazam. MSS should be able to get the last right click here. Actually will not. I jinxed them, a sidestep there. And they will not be able to get the catch-up. Or will they? They will with the help of a surge. It's a triple kill for MSS. Nicely done. It looked like he might have wanted to back up, but Brax said, keep going, buddy. And they did not even need TC for a lot of it here. He's bottom lane, chopping away at this tier 2. I got to tell you, that looked like a huge fight for Not Today. You're talking about a wonderful Ravage setup. But Shazam were able to live on and just turn things right back and around.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Frantic now, Not Today. AM back into the farm here. He needs it, man. Going for the Battle Fury now after farming out the jungle that's safe. Takes his business to the bottom, but even here he knows, and you look at the vision, that's not safe, so they need this guy. Hello, Lion. Get out there. Get the wards down. We got to make sure AM is going to be safe. Escort this man. Tries to go for a bit of a unique spot with the sentry. It does scout out the mid common spot right there, but there's not even a ward to be there. They get their own obs down. Uh-oh, mid lane, what's this? Uh-oh. It looks like they caught out the Viper. Static Storm, Kinetic Field. Jericho is going to be forced to save, but it only lines up a beautiful silence combo coming out from Savage. And that secures them the win. Will they get the stop here? They don't even need to stop the TP. It looks like they will not be able to get the line, but he's magnetized. And if that auto attack comes through, don't tell me that's going to hit. Okay, good. Mid lane, though, they will get the tier 1 tower, and they've already lost 2. Shazam on the way for a 2-0 sweep if this pace does keep up. Things getting pretty damn shaky here for Not Today. And I feel bad again. Started before this series, I messaged MSS if Shazam was even still a thing, and they were actually playing in that moment against Complexity earlier today. They did not take that series. Complexity looking very good. Muscled past Shazam 2-0. But here and now in this series, Shazam
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Holding up, man. They're doing their thing. And as Blaze was saying before, and it can be pretty obvious here, they changed up the roles a bit. Brax now in the off lane, MSS working in the mid lane, having to kind of take reign with picking up your invokers. And, you know, there is going to be a bit of a rust there. There's going to have to be a bit of a window of time to kind of adjust, and you're going to be seeing that with a lot of the teams now. I mean, these new rosters, teams are going to have to learn how to build up the chemistry with each other, how they're going to communicate with each other, how do you properly get the message across that you need assistance in this lane or you need someone to kind of change the way they play. It's going to be a crazy time for Dota, that's for sure. But in this game here and now, and if you're a Not Today fan, you are going to be eyeballing this man right here. Let's see if this AM can kind of pull out a wonderful wonderful day of Dota and get this game back their way. He's about a 1,400 gold window right now, but as he shows himself back in the lane, trouble is coming. And they think they're safe because they got that ward and they got that vision, but it's a smoke. AM's under his tower. That's nice, but you got a lot of silence here. You got a Static Storm and you got a Earth Spirit level 2 grip. So it's 3 seconds of silence. It's okay, but you don't want to commit under that tower so close. There will be TP rotations and you will quickly lose 2. And you've just lost like 10 minutes on this game, and it's an AM game after all. You don't want 10 minutes for AM game.
Radiant's top tower
Here we
is
go,
under
Lion.
attack.
Do they need to glimpse him back? They need to avoid the stun. They will. Oh man, all the meanwhile, Brax gets the jump. It looks like him and MSS are going to be able
Radiant's
to take
top
down the
tower
little
is
Vengeful
under
Spirit
attack.
support. It's been a hard game, a hard day already for Jericho. 2-4-2 on this Vengeful Spirit. Pulling out the swap saves, let
Radiant's
me tell you
top
what,
tower
but
has fallen.
unfortunately the follow-ups are just always going to be there for Shazam. And where are we at with this Viper now? We already talked about how Viper is not a big late-game heavy hitter. Still trying to build up the mech, it would appear, for his team. You compare that to the other side, and well,
Radiant's top tower
Brax
is
already
under
has his
attack.
mech. He has a Blink Dagger on top of it. Making a move for Lion here. They do not quite catch the roll, but they got the stun, the Static Storm, all for him. They'll get him quick, but AM's looking to kind of get some early jabs here, if possible. Nice little silence with that convenient rock that gets the grip, steps back, and then kicks the stone and gets the stun. Didn't even have to do that. He had 3 stones to work with, but this guy is efficient and uses the stone that's already on the map. Nicely played by him, and that leads to a takedown of the AM.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And this leads to a push on the bottom lane. Here comes Shazam for you. Vengeance from their series, a tough series against Complexity, looking to take it out onto Not Today and eliminate them right here and now. That's right, BTS Americas. If you didn't know, single elimination. You get one
Radiant's
series
middle tower is
only,
under attack.
one loss, and you're out. Swap back on for TC. They want the lycanthrope. Nice 2-man stun. Does come out from the line here, but the follow-up will not be at the ready. Good silence was there in response, and Abuser, you know, without a Ravage, Not Today is not really going to have the weapons necessary to kind
Radiant's
of
middle
pull out a
tower
strong
is under
defense,
attack.
but it does not look like Shazam are ready to kind of make the assertive movement. Time is on their side, and I feel like they might stall things out, get the Roche, maybe get a pick off here. Man, it is a scary game for AM to be kind of hanging out there like that. He does not have the Mantis style yet, so these silences are just deadly. And man, even there, MSS could have set up an Astral, and that would have led to, you know, Savage rolling in, an easy silence setup, and disaster. He's playing a dangerous game, but I guess at this point, when your back is against the wall, you have to play risky like that if you want to be able to try to get this game back. Meanwhile, TC playing the Lycan game, mid lane, gonna get swapped back, trying to make a move for the tier 2. Big vacuum wall from Brax! Oh my! Gets it right on top of him, and that's gonna quickly take out the Venge. They're looking for the follow-up, trying to get a hold of AM as well. After the Astral, they will bop him down. He has no buyback, and this could be a swift game number 2. Shazam make quick work of the heavy-hitting core that Not Today are resting the weight on his shoulders. Here comes Shazam now going into the high ground, not worrying about any sort of split push from any lane. What a setup. Abuser toying with the idea of going in. This guy had Ravage in 6 seconds, and he hands over his own life. He has no buyback. That's pretty much the game right then and there. Now a jump in. Shazam just looking to really put this game in the grave. Big magnetized. They're making the move for the Viper. They can't quite finish him off, but they got Jericho. They always got Jericho there for him. And he will go down once more. Shazam, well, will walk away today. Well, it looks like a bit of a draw as far as their series go. But they have secured what looks like a spot into the next round. A huge performance by them, 20-6. And really, what is there left to say? Viper was even trying to go into a Midas for the hopeful recovery game on the back of an AM, trying to stall things out. But do they really have? I mean, the missed timings there, and the way maybe that Shazam were kind of able to manipulate the timings in their favor. It's just, you know, they didn't even have to worry about the Ravage. And the Ravage was the big trump card for Not Today to hold the high ground. And they made their push, and they made their jump in before Ravage was ready. And then for the potential comeback there at the end, Tidehunter goes down before his Ravage is even back up. I mean, he has Ravage now, but now they're down to Rax. But never say die. Not today. Never say die. They got AM, so it can be an AM game. They need
all right.
Well. Hello, Blaze. Welcome back.
Long time no see, friend.
Technical issues somewhat sorted, I assume. Were you
able
to catch any of the game at all, or was it more
I
like
was
those
able to
frantic-
enjoy some radio casting from you while essentially Dodo held my PC hostage, and then during the restart I was able to enjoy it on the stream. So Been seeing a lot of this game, a lot of great action coming out from both sides, but obviously Shazam doing really well right now.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like there were potential opportunities there for not today, but caught out here and misstep there, and Shazam continued to punish, and now this is, you know what they say, the nail in the coffin, if you will. It's just Shazam are going to be able to kind of use this extra life and make another push in. But what they didn't have in the first defense there in the mid lane Blaze, they have it now. I mean, what's the dream at this point? I feel like Viper can just soak up damage, but they'll need a hell of a Ravage and a hell of a way to kind of, I don't know, hope that Shazam have used a lot of mana and that AM can bomb them with a huge mana void or something.
And that's the problem. Like, that fight on mid was actually extremely well executed. Abuser was able to get a massive Ravage, and they followed with a 3-man Earthspike from XD, and yet they couldn't find the kills they needed. They couldn't get the damage on MSS, and MSS is right up front and center.
And he's right up front and center in this siege into the high ground right now. Pops BKB, Sanity Eclipse also going to get dropped, and will lead to a kill on the Vengeful Spirit. He's very low, but of course had that Aegis to kind of fall back on if there was going to be trouble. Meanwhile, TC, he is in shapeshift mode. He has got his demolition hat on, and that is an Ion Shell, and he begins to go to work. Tier 3, easy to fall here. Ravage in the pocket for Abuser. Got to use it sometime here. They're looking to line things up, but the positioning from Shazam is making it difficult. Here's the commit. It's going to catch on 2. They will be able to quickly take down TC, but here comes the vacuum and the magnetize and the team fight from Shazam. And they will begin to fall. Look at the bang, bang, bot coming out from the Ebola right now. Buyback now coming out from the Tide, from the Viper here, and the AM, though. The big boy AM will end up going down. He's out of the game now for a minute without a buyback at the ready. After the team fight has been committed from Shazam, though, they will begin to lose a couple of casualties here, but MSS is the true heavy hitter of this game, and he just begins to clean up. Savage will be able to get the killing spree, but MSS should be able to get this kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Poor Jericho, man. Here we go. Boom. Puts him out of his misery. Rax is exposed. He wants to go for creeps instead, though. But now even forces out the extra buyback. He'll leave, it looks like, here. Shazam just continued to get things better and better for him. That was a 5-man takedown with 3 buybacks, Blaze, on Not Today.
Yeah, and I mean, he can't finish off the melee racks, but still the damage is done. With just that one Aegis, they're able to do massive damage to the mid lane, get all the critical damage they did on the heroes, and it just seems like Not Today are completely outmatched when it comes to these bigger fights. The one thing that I'm looking at right now, I think that Not Today really intended to play more of a split push oriented game, because you'll notice that neither the Viper nor the Tidehunter picked up a mechanism. Actually, Lion in some trouble here. They did expend that Earthspike, and now silenced up. Will just be killed off. They earned the Veil, just what Savage needs to really seal the deal on that one. But yeah, I just feel like if you're going to be trying to force these fights eventually, obviously Benhaz can only split rat so hard. He can only farm and split push so much when Shazam takes a fight to you with the Lycan. I feel like you need a mechanism on either the Viper or the Tide, and both of them with drums. It actually kind of perplexes me as the mech disadvantage, the Veil disadvantage, along with heroes that are just getting stronger in terms of damage output. It makes it harder and harder for Not Today to survive for more than a few seconds per hero.
Here comes Shazam, hoping to get their right hook ready, connect on the chin, and knock out Not Today. And, well, the Viper was there 1 second and then gone. An easy glimpse set up leads to his quick destruction, and now Shazam are going to look to finish out what they started, making a move for the racks. Now the roll through from Savage here. They got the kick, the stun, and they're going to get the kill. And a follow with that. It looks like this could be the beginning of the end here. Shazam will double back, finish out those racks, and quickly finish out this game. Not Today. A big name in South American Dota, one we'll probably see again many times here in the future, Blaze, but this time it just does not seem like it will be working out for them, and their BTS America's 4 run will be coming to an early close.
So Shazam will be moving forward here. Very effective showing from them throughout the past couple of days here. Oh, actually, this is technically the first round. I forgot they got postponed. They were originally going to be like day 2, and now they're actually going to be the last team to play. But they'll close it out here, and they will be moving around 2 confidently. Nice BKB timing from MSS as the final desperation fight comes out. The Tide goes down. The pause comes out. It is G friggin' G.
Yeah, out before you can even let them know the game is done. Shazam will take a triumphant victory here. Game 1 was pretty decisive. Game 2 is just destruction. So, I mean, what else can we really take away from it right now? Shazam, should they be one of the big boys to look out for here in the tournament, Blaze? Do you see potential top 3 for Shazam, or do you think that they were able to kind of just take advantage of a Not Today team that just was not in playing form?
Well, we'll see what happens on the lower half of the bracket with Digital Chaos. Right now, the managers still saying they are playing, no matter what all this shuffle stuff is, they still intend to play at their scheduled time. So we'll figure out exactly what roster they're bringing. Obviously, Shazam are sticking to their current roster just with that one role swap. And as their scrims go by, as their matches go by, they're going to be stronger for it. So I think the Shazam are definitely looking to be in the top 2. The question is if they can take it all the way, and I think that comes down to what happens from Digital Chaos.
Will be interesting to find out what exactly does unfold with that. I do not have any extra information, so please do not start bombarding me asking for it or anyone else. It seems to be pretty
he knows.
Behind closed doors. I wouldn't even want to kind of be a fly on the wall. I'm sure things are pretty damn chaotic as it is, but we'll find out in coming days. But that has concluded round number 1. Before we let everyone go, we'll take a look at the bracket that I've just updated here. And you can see Shazam now walking away with a 2-0 victory over Not Today. And we have a full second round ready to go. I actually believe I do have the schedule up here. We can see for tomorrow, it will be quarterfinal match number 2, which I don't know if that means that they're counting from top to bottom, but that would mean that we're going to be seeing Shazam once again against Elite Wolves tomorrow. This is subject to change, people. Don't get, tied with this. Shazam versus Elite Wolves, and then the follow-up match would be Animal Kingdom versus T-Show. So the top part of the bracket for tomorrow. Should be a good time. It's been a pleasure casting for you folks. Blaze, it's always a pleasure, of course, to cast with you, and I know I'll be seeing more of you for the rest of BTS America, so thank you so much again for coming by. For everyone else, thank you so much. The VODs will be up on the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for more BTS America Dota action. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.